Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is BC Saint, and today we are going to be adding a few little houses for some villagers because I may have accidentally done a thing in a live stream and released a whole pile of villagers, and there's like 30,000 of them, even though there's only like 6 here. There's like 30,000 of them, don't count them, fighting for like 4 beds in total. So I'm just going to expand the village, and as you can see, I already got a little bit of a start over there. And I've got some neat designs for some houses. Like one's going to go right there, obviously. One on the other side of the barn there. One to replace this custom tree right here. And I don't know where I'm going to put the other one. We'll find out. But so that is today's project. And yeah, this is the first house I decided to start on, and this is actually kind of a little bit on the cool side, if I may say so, because this is the first build that I've ever done that actually involves end stone bricks, or whatever they're called. So that's kind of exciting for me. So let me get this built up, and I'll show you the finished product. And here it is, the first of the 4. And I think this will do pretty well. And this is still somewhat keeping with the color schemes that I've had going on throughout this whole place. See, I've tried to keep, your dark wood tones, your dark blocks, like just keep it all as dark as possible, but with a little bit of light blocks. And I've kept this build far enough away from like the longhouse over there, or the face of the sawmill over there, so the yellow of the endstone bricks is not going to clash with anything, and I think that turned out pretty good. And the villagers are definitely going to love the interior. There is plenty of room in here. I mean, you could probably stack up at least 4 beds. But all this needs to be is a little place so the villagers can run away from zombies and stuff, even though there shouldn't be any zombies around here because the light levels should be high enough. But just in case, here's a good spot for them. So next I am going to do a build right over here, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I'm going to get a start on it. I'm going to get a start on it and bring you back in when I've got a little bit more to report. All right, and I have put the footprint down for the next build, and I gotta say, I couldn't go any further this way because I've got my flower farm right here, and I didn't want to go very far this way because I am going to have to do a little bit of terraforming and have an overhang, much like I've got on the windmill up there. And so I kind of had to put it right here, and if you couldn't tell, that's the front of the build, and the very edge of the build just fits in on the side of the path right here, so that worked out about as well as you could get it. So once I'm done with this, I will show you what it looks like. Okay, and here it is. We've got it finished for the most part. I just have a little bit of detailing left to do here, and this build will be done. So next I've got a little house that needs to go right up here. And unlike those two down there, it's kind of a different color palette. Kinda? I'm not sure. But I chose their locations based on uh, the builds around them. That way they wouldn't clash. So I'm going to get started on that, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay. And here we have it. We have the third, and the more I'm thinking about it, the more I think I am going to skip the fourth one because I really wasn't too impressed with it when I built it. But here is the third one, all nice and completed, and we've got a nice little staircase coming up here, and we are going to have a lot of weaponsmiths in here because I decided to do the floor and all smithing tables just because it was going to be visible from both the top and the bottom, and the smithing table leaves an incredibly cool pattern on the bottom. So I was like, well, let's just go with that. And that's it for the houses themselves. And as you can probably tell, I've got a lot of terraforming to do because each and every one of these houses are just kind of floating over nothingness. So that might be the next thing on my to-do list. So fortunately, I've got all the materials that I'm going to need off in my storage system over there, and that'll be my next project. And we've done it. We've done a little bit of terraforming. That way these are not just floating houses. And honestly, I did not put too much effort into detailing or anything along those lines because unless you're actually flying up and intentionally looking for, did he detail it? You're not going to see it from the sky or even the pathways, really. I've got it right over here is about the closest you're going to get to the terraforming of the underside of these houses, and unless you're actually climbing up and looking for details, you're not going to see it. But I think these have made a great addition to this map. Over here on this build, I did throw a little bit of cobble in there just to match what I did early game over here. And it looks good. Now, these houses have filled up this area just enough where, we're really starting to get some immersive builds through here. And I'm really excited for the way that these are working out. All I need to do is figure out how to get these villagers to, like, go sleep there. Not just crowd around this one bed here, or jump into this horse stall. I don't know why they like it in here so much, but they do, and they come in here all the time. So I'm going to have to get rid of those hay bales so they're actually roaming around. But I think that might actually do it for this episode. Yeah, we've made some massive progress, and it took forever. So, thank you very much for hanging out with me. Like and subscribe if you would, please. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.